G'day, Steel Nation. How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? What's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotypes that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The first ever Foster I saw was in America. I've never seen one.
I thought that was like Australia for beers.
For what?
G'day, Steel Nation Australia. Welcome back to the channel, and my new microphone works. Let me see. Hang on. Recording on my phone. This thing's a pain in the ass. And it's still on. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Still on. Let's see if that worked.
G'day, Steel Nation. I'm live now. This is live. I was testing out my new microphone, and it works. So I'm going to use that in the car for like interviews, stuff like that. But I got my thing stuck on the back. So there's like a magnet here, and I put this onto like a little keychain thingo, and I'm pissed off because I got that stuck in the back. But other than that, it's all good. Hope everyone's doing well out there in Steel Nation. Still need the haircut. I'm watching the game, by the way. So Sean, if you're watching, what do they call them? The Florida State Seminoles are getting smacked. And I'm a betting man, so I've got some coin on the Noles to win me $50 with a $10 bet in a multi or a parlay, and they're getting smacked. So I need the other guys to win. Oh, man. Hooey dooey. Alrighty. What's going on? We're a few days away. I know we did one yesterday, but I want to talk about some things that happened overnight. Is that true? Yeah, true. Oh, you know what? We should play him again. He's fantastic. B-Mac, he's fantastic. Here we go.
The road to New Orleans will start in a few months. Let's get ready for the ride. Gas up the cars, baby. Let's get to New Orleans. Gas it up. Let's go.
Hey, thank you, B-Mac, mate. I'll see you all later. As always, here we go, Steelers.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome. I've been reading Twitter, and I think was it Vincenzo Williams' team as well? Did he play for the Noles too? I feel like he played over there. I've been seeing a lot of comments on going around town, but they're getting smacked. They threw a 4th and 5. What is it now? 28-13, and they're ranked 10 in the country. So, hopefully they can turn around because that's crazy. If you're a Noles fan, I think Sean is out there from HDU. If you're a Noles fan, that's tough. Alrighty. Wolfley's team too. Oh, by the way, he liked a post that I did the other day too. We had Steelers Worldwide International Fan Day. I put a photo up and he liked one of my posts. That was pretty cool to see. We're all connected. Everyone's connected in some kind of like Steel Nation way. All right, let's do some shout outs. G'day, Jetta. What's going on? G'day, Sean. What's up? G'day, George T. G'day, JJ52. Yes, Ray Gun Receiver 2. If you guys are a part of the membership, go to the community post, go to the members, click the ESPN link that goes towards the pick'ems. There's about 9 or 10 players in there. My name is Ray Gun Receiver number 2. And I might change my fantasy football name shortly. G'day, George. What's up? G'day, Kelly. The first game of the season is next week. I'm getting prepared and ready to go. It is my 3 a.m., your Sunday 1 p.m. I feel like the Falcons are being labeled the favorite team out of the two of us, and we stand no chance. I've got a good video coming up shortly, maybe, hopefully before the game. I'm trying to think what I can put it out. My next one is going to be a little preview and talking about Mike Tomlin's overall week 1 record in terms of, his 18-year career. It's pretty good. His record's pretty good. We haven't been smacked around a lot by the Patriots one year. We got smacked around by the Ravens one year and smacked around as well by the 49ers last year. But the first game of the season is Steelers versus Falcons, and that's your 1 p.m., my 3 a.m. All right, g'day, Toddy, what's going on? G'day, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. JJ52 says, what's the deal? What's the deal with the season already been over? What's the deal? What's the deal with season? It's over. There's a season, preseason, postseason. We won't get the postseason. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, man, to be honest. Oh, man. Sometimes being a fan is really tough because you just got to put up with all the nonsense, comments, the nonsense, media, drama, speculation, all that crap. It's like, at the end of the day, you're a fan of the team. You cheer them on to win. It is 0-0. It hasn't even started yet. People are already discounting Russell Wilson. I saw one podcast today. They were labeling that Minka was old and he was out of it. And all we had was TJ Watt, with his defense only gotten better in the offseason by adding parts and guys getting better at their craft. Keanu Benton is one big example where last year he was a rookie. This year you look into the preseason tape, got a few sacks, or you look into the training camp reps. He looks bigger, faster, stronger. Like the Steelers are all checked in. Yes, they're a bit bumped and bruised in certain areas, but we're starting 0-0. I think sometimes on social media it's a bit too much of a long off season. And then we start to speculate and talk about maybe too much. Maybe we talk about too much Steelers football. I just got to see if I'm going to see my mic's plugged in. My mic is good, yes. So maybe we talk too much Steelers football where we talk about the same thing over and over and over and over again, where maybe we get sick of it. It's coming down to the crunch time now with 6 days to go. Today was Devlin Duck Hodges number 6. I've realized too that in my countdown, I didn't put in Wilson number 3 or Justin Fields number 2. So look out for that. On those 2 days, there is no Wilson, there is no Fields. I went back to previous Steelers who we had. I didn't even think about putting in the current Steelers like that. Yeah, but what's the deal with it being over? It's madness, man. It's not even begun. Nothing started yet. We still got a first game, first quarter. Ooh, big run, son. Down to the 40. The Noles can come back. They're down by 15 points though. That's pretty tough. But in a college game, they can come back real quick, real fast. Alrighty, g'day TD. What's going on, mate? How are you? G'day. Who else in the house? G'day, Corky. What's going on, mate? Did I miss my Sasquatch family has me busy? Oh, you're out there hunting and Bigfoot, are you? G'day, Afton. What's going on, Afton? Alrighty. Thank you, Sean. The $5 super chat. Falcons not on Ravens, Patriots, or 49ers. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I agree. That was a big wake-up call. I think that Patriots game, when I record the video, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to go over some of the record that Mike Tomlin has faced, and the Steelers have faced week 1. It's a positive record, but looking back at the teams like the 49ers and Ravens, they smacked us around. And also the Patriots game when we lost 33-3, that was a really freaking hard one to watch in terms of we aren't ready. The Falcons they're not a super elite team in that sense. They're still middle of the road. I've said it a million times in other podcasts, other comments around the internet, is if Mike Tomlin had his Steelers, our Steelers in the NFC South, you'd win the division every year. The NFC South is winning the division on 9 wins, 10 wins. There's no real strong team in the NFC South. The Buccaneers have Baker Mayfield. You have the Falcons. You have the Saints. Saints seem like the middle of the road. And the Carolina Panthers have Bryce Young, who's their second-year quarterback. No one has real control over that division. So, yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. It happens every year, right? And I'm going to talk about this in the video, in terms of they counted us out for the Buffalo Bills. They counted us out for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the 49ers won. That's a little bit different because I think we were hyped up. We were on Kenny Pickett hype train, and that fell apart, right? But in terms of the Buffalo Bills one, they went into Buffalo and they won that game. I remember Killebrew had like a punt block. I think that was Big Ben's last year, possibly. And the Bengals game, week 1, was they missed 2 field goals and we snuck away in the end. And Minka had a punt block too. No, field goal block as well. I did see that too. I started watching that as well. Yeah, I started watching that at the that's crazy. Football on his back, and then Toddy says it's kind of annoying. Each to their own. I'm okay with it. I'm all right. I know he just went through that Spence. He went through something with his daughter. He talked about how they had to cut it short in a certain sense, but they're a different kind of media. Of course, Big Ben is now former quarterback, guy in his basement doing podcasts. I can't hate it. I think there's nothing wrong with it. They'll bring guests on. They had Kenny Pickett on there. They had Bill Cowher. They had James Debo Harrison. I'll put it on the background while I'm editing videos and watching. It's not the to me the most exciting podcast. And says a guy in his room, with a shit haircut, But I like it. It's okay to me. It's not too bad. It's more Steelers content for everyone out there. Hooey dooey. TD says, I'll wait till Sunday when my pizza gets here. And beer. Yeah, exactly right. I think that's one of those things that, I reckon we have too much time now. I reckon in terms of football watching and social media and on our phones 24/7, I think we have so much time to overanalyze football when they haven't even started the process of one snap yet. And we've got 17 games to go. And I think a lot of fan base will be like, if we don't come out the gate firing, then the season's over. But you can't count out Mike Tomlin in the Steelers team every year. If they start slow, they always have a chance to be right near the end. So I think it's funny like that in a sense, and also trying to cover the team every day when things happen and moves happen. It kind of changes your perception of what we are. And the big media is, talking about, you got TJ, but who else? Or you've got this player, but who else? But we know that they've been making moves from the get-go after the last Super Bowl, and they can improve from going to the playoffs versus the Bills. It sucked. We lost. It was a bad time, right? But definitely can improve, and they haven't improved in areas like middle linebacker or Benton stepping up into his role. I saw Roman Wilson running through routes. He's going to be exciting to watch. Jalen Warren looks like he's healthy now too, coming back for an injury. So I feel like we, as fan base, I think we have too much time on the internet. And says a guy who goes live every second day, every third day, right? But I do enjoy catching up with you guys and watching this game too. So I think I'm okay with it all. I just want to see football back, and I'll be 3 a.m. tired as all ever. And I'm like, what's going on? Watching the game. They're at the 40 now. Can they do it? I don't know if you guys are watching. They got 14 minutes, down by 15, 3rd and 2. Florida State, ranked 10 versus Boston College, getting their ass handed to them. Nice pass the outside, completion, to the 35. Can they do it? All righty. G'day, Heather. What's going on? It's interesting to say. Yeah, it's very true. That is very true. It's like a mix of both, right? The media keeps saying Tomlin's never had a losing season. He's never had one. But at the same time, they forecast him to lose every week. Yeah. Yeah. I did like your name too, by the way, on the fantasy football, the Pick'em Leagues, the Ganger Guild. And I've got NFL Technical Ninjas, picks 1. Can't pronounce one. McGill and Nemu. Can't pronounce that name. Laporta Potty. I've got there. ESPN fan, Raygun for number 2. Ayuk and Cole the Steelers fan. So you guys want to grab on that, and Ryan as well. It's in the community post of the members chat. The members community spot. It's hard to say. So is nah yeah or yeah nah. So it's okay. In terms of like yeah nah. So if you were like, hey man, do you want to watch the football? No, what's a good analogy? Do you want to watch how how do you say it? How do you explain it? Yeah, nah. Oh, do you want say you're like, oh, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out for drinks tonight? Oh, yeah, nah. See how we go. Like that. G'day, Jono. What's going on, mate? Man, you've been around here a long time too. You've been here around here a long time on Steel Nation Oz. Thank you, man. Remember when I first started? You're in the chat and on the video too. So what's shake and bacon? G'day, Jono. Sean, thank you, mate. Lucy never heard of her. Yeah, when you say yeah, nah, it's like, oh, yeah, nah, she'll be right. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, yeah means yes. Nah, yeah means yes. Yeah, nah means no. It's all in like, it's all in context. Yeah, nah, we suck. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how we speak. Definitely weird. Heather says, do you think with the Steelers tweak the roster and bring in another DB? I've got a bit of an update for that as well. I'm going to get into this. For what it's worth, your haircut doesn't suck. It's unique. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks very much. It's not bad. It's just puffy. Just really puffy. I've just been really busy and somewhat. I've been busy. I've been a combination of busy and lazy. So I don't want to ring up to get a haircut at the moment. I was going to do it today or maybe Thursday before I go down to 3rd and 23. Oh, mate, my bet's out the window. Yeah, I've just been a combination of busy and lazy at the same time. So I haven't done it. Alrighty. That'd be cool to see. I'm all for it. If they sign Paddy Fryer for an extension, that's fantastic. Yeah, because what I do is I get out of the shower. I got my little comb, bang, 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 like that. It looks like a Wolverine. Yuli Pickett is. Oh no, no more Yuli Pickett. But let's get into some news, man. I got some news. So Pittsburgh Heather, 4th and 16. They're crazy. Florida State, 4th and 16. You got to go deep, son. Deep. Oh, they stuffed it. All right. That's crazy. I'm going to lose my $10. I'm pissed. All righty. I had this news for the DB. Did we sign? Not to the actual squad, though. This one. So the Steelers are signing. Steelers update. Steelers have signed former Jaguars defensive back Ayo Oyulola to the practice squad as an international player. Teams are now allowed to have 17 players on the practice squad. Includes the International Pathway Program. So Ayo, what a name too. Ayo, what a cool name. Ayo is now a part of the practice squad. So no one's really, I guess, signed for the 53 or anything like that. But yeah, they've tweaked the roster a little bit. They could bring in more players. But also, the closer we get towards the Falcons game, maybe they won't. Maybe they're pretty happy. We're 6 days away. Are they going to bring in another defensive back and then cut a player before the Falcons game? I think the more quiet it is and nothing happens, then they're just going to go with the roster they got. That's why I'm keen to see them go and play, because I want to see this receiver 2 nonsense quiet down. I want to see Van Jefferson and what's the other bloke? Scotty Miller and Wilson and Austin. These guys have a pretty good game, not like a pro star game, but a game where they're getting 45 yards, 50 yards, maybe a TD, maybe a good 3rd down catch, where they're being part of the offense and they can shut everyone up. Like this whole receiver 2 talk, if you get a good game out of Van Jefferson or a good game out of Calvin Austin or a good game out of Scotty Miller, whoever it might be, Roman Wilson, I don't care. If they get 4 or 5 catches and they're moving the sticks and they're playing consistent football, then everything shuts up around this stuff. Everything shuts up around receiver 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm just everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Not too bad. It's a bit grey. It's a bit woolly. But it is getting pretty warm too. I've been working a lot. Is that Royal? Not too sure what that means. But also, I've got some more things I want to bring up too. So we had that guy who signed for the practice squad, Ayo. This was another interesting point I want to talk about. Was second-year utility offensive lineman Spencer Anderson. He was a 7th-round pick. He did a lot of work at left guard today, taking snaps for the first-team offense. So that was because the other bloke, what's his name? Just forgot it. Isaac Ciamalo. He's been injured with a pec injury for 3 or 4 weeks, apparently. So he's out. So I don't think we even know what exactly the Steelers O-line is going to look like. Do they play Broderick Jones at the left? Do they have Troy Farton on the right? Do you have Zach Frazier? He looks like a center. James Denell next, and then you have Spencer Anderson. So that was one big thing too going into this game. 6 days away, looks like they're gonna go with Spencer Anderson to be left guard, and then who do you see at left tackle? Do you see a Jones or do you see a Dan Moore? That's going to be kind of cool. So shout out to Anderson getting the job there or getting some starts there because Isaac Ciamalo's out. And he could be out for 4 or 5 weeks. That's what I've been reading about and seeing about too. Another thing I want to talk about was this. I saw this guy got cut. Miles Boykin. It could be a chance. I'm not saying he's the best receiver, but it could be a chance the Steelers might kick the tires back with him and sign Boykin back to the 53, maybe to be a gunner. But the Giants have released him from the practice squad. Do the Steelers go and put some money on him, a 1-year deal, sign him up to be a receiver 5? Do you cut Scotty Miller? I don't know. But it's going to be intriguing to watch who's going to play gunners for that position. Because they had Des Fitzpatrick, I think, as the 1 gunner. He's been cut. Didn't even make the practice squad. No idea where he's gone. And the other bloke, I think it was Darius. Was it Darius Coop? What's his name? The other cornerback. I've just forgotten his name. Hold up. Cooper, right? No, Darius Rush. I'm getting too mixed up. Yeah, Darius Rush. I think he plays the other gunner position as well. So that's another interesting part. That's for sure. Alrighty. G'day, JDA94. JDA940. And Bubba. G'day, Bubba, mate. What's going on? So tomorrow, too, we normally do the live. I don't know if we can. We're doing a fantasy draft tomorrow, which is from 8 p.m. Fantasy draft from 8 p.m. on the You'll be a members video. I'll be live for the probably 2 or 3 hours, however long it takes. So I don't know if we can do our show for tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. But Bubba has the number 1 overall pick for the fantasy draft. 3rd and 9. We've still got 12 minutes. So that's a good call too. Will Roman even be active for the opener? They got 53 men, and they normally, I think it's like 46 on the roster make it. So they have like 47 on the roster make it on game day. So will he even be active? Don't know. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him play. That's very, very interesting. Yuli says, I want to see McCormick play as well. It could be an idea. Do you have him as a backup? Do they play Anderson first? Do you have him behind him too? JD says, getting young bucks starting all along the line is great for young players. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, just let them sort it out. Let them gel. Let them come together. I think everyone's freaking out for no reason. Oh, maybe not no reason. I think they're freaking out for, like, we haven't begun yet, and they're presuming we're going to be really bad. But it has to be something going to be better than last year. I'm going to wait and see. And even so, if we lose, if we do lose against the Falcons, or we don't play good football, give it 4 to 5 weeks. And then if it's still the exact same, then we're in trouble. Then we're in big trouble. But not out of the gate. Yeah, you're gonna be first. So the draft starts at 8 p.m. The very first pick. I'm pretty sure it kicks off by itself. So be ready on your phone. Be ready on your laptop. You've got 1 minute, and I'll be streaming from 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. G'day, Steelchick46. What's going on? And most of you guys are members in here. So if you didn't make the draft or didn't have a chance to be part of the team, the 16, then I'll still stream it on this platform, and I might have the visuals up as well. I got to see what's going on. 46. He's gonna bet the lot and say Steelers, dude. That'd be wild. You can do it if you want to. It's almost a wasted pick, but dude, it's your team. Whatever you want to do for your team is fine. Alrighty. Yeah, I just got to figure that out. So if we do it, maybe, unless you want to come on the show, and maybe you and Shane can be on the show while we do the draft. We can talk football. That might be an option. Maybe we do that. I thought Bubba was a member. You're not a member? I'm a member. If he's not, I got to figure that out. I know how to do it. G'day, Jonah. What's going on, mate? Appreciate your comment the other day too. I saw your comment, man. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Yes, and I'm going to talk about that as well. I think I talked about. Wait a minute. No, did I? Did I? No, not that guy. Oh, we worked out someone else, didn't we? There was someone else we worked out. Another receiver. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Pro Bowl specialist, ex-Jag receiver. I don't know what his name was. You guys let me know who it was. No way, dude. I can't stand that bloke. I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers. I'm banning Ayuk. I'm not taking Jamar Chase. I'm not taking Derrick Henry. I'm not taking Joe Burrow. No one. No. I'm not taking any. I know it's a sin. I'm not taking any fucking AFC North guy. Not at all. G'day, Russ. What's going on, mate? What's up? I'm pretty excited. Yeah, we're gonna find out who we are real fast. Like all this kind of stuff about us sucking or the Seahawks suck or our Lions suck or we suck, everyone's terrible, the world's over. We'll just wait and see. Just wait and see. Be calm into the approach. But I gotta steer clear of Twitter. And I might have to steer clear of the live chat when I go live. I really might have to just not focus on it and put it aside. Because the minute we start, the minute you'll see one bad pass from Russell Wilson, you'll be like, "Oh, he hasn't got it. Oh, he hasn't got it. He can't play. Oh, Russell Wilson sucks. Maybe we should trade for Mason Rudolph." I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm excited too. I'm really keen. I'm keen for a big season, not only for the Steelers but for this channel. Yeah, thank you, Bob, man. It's all good, though. There you go. All right. Let's get fireworks. Yeah, 100%. Let's get fireworks for Bubba for Steelers Dynasty Podcast. If you haven't seen them, check them out on YouTube. Just type that in, Steelers Dynasty Podcast on YouTube. We'll give you a quick fireworks. And here it is. Alrighty, we're back. Thank you, mate. Hooey dooey. Can I get the first 5 picks? No, you can't, Yuli. It's not how it works. Why did my whole chat just jumped up all the way to the top? Wow, there you go. Steelers should win against Atlanta. Steelers have not lost to a first-year coach in 30 years. And Denver is still not organized. They should go start 2-0. Let's hope so. I don't want to jump too far, though, to be honest. I don't jump too far. I still want to enjoy the process of the lead up, the game, and then the whole should we stuff, or we should win, right? Well, let's just hope so. Like, if we lose, the season's not over. I think it's wild to me how people think it's all over. But I get you. That's cool. So in 30 years, and also Mike Tomlin has a really good record against the Falcons. Mike Tomlin is 4-0 against the Falcons. The Steelers organization is 15-2 against the Falcons. You're going to see some good matchups with JPJ. You're going to see some good middle linebacker play with Queen. We're going to see Queen a whole game. You know, I'm excited for stuff like that. We can watch a whole game, and it will be very, very early for me. It would be like 3 a.m. in the morning. So, that's the bloke. Yeah, Jamal Agnews. Running out Agnews. Yeah, dead set. Yeah, we need more. We got 3 Wilsons, right? We got Peyton Wilson, Roman Wilson, and Russell Wilson. That's 3 Wilsons on the team. That's fantastic. What else? I had another news, though, I think, as well, too. What else do I have? Hooey dooey. Oh, the title of the show. I completely forgot. I did this, that. Now the title of the show is Captains, right? So Steelers have announced 2024 captains, Cameron Hayward, Miles Killebrew, TJ Watt, and Russell Wilson. And we have Russell Wilson and Cameron Hayward have the Walter Payton Man of the Year badges too. That's a pretty solid lineup to direct your team and go to someone for advice or veteran leadership in the team. That's a pretty fucking solid lineup. If you go with Cameron Hayward from left to right, Cameron Hayward is one of the vets in the team. He calms things down. He leads by example. He's good mates with everyone. Like, he's up there for sure. Then Miles Killebrew, who used to be a former Detroit Lion. I think Killebrew has done 4 punt blocks for the Steelers. He got 2 last year. So special teams captain, Killebrew, he knows his role right now to go out there, set the teams up, get everything organized in terms of no penalties, no stupid mistakes, lead by example, go out there and hit someone, and also lead by example too by getting punt blocks. So that's a really good captain choice for Killebrew there. Someone remind me, was it 2 years ago that Trubisky was captain and Kenny Pickett made captain? So obviously they're focusing more on the quarterback, but I think it's the players choose who's captain. We went with 4. I think the Bengals, by the way, went with 8. So Killebrew is awesome, man. He's turning himself into a true Steeler. I know I think he was drafted with the Lions or played with the Lions for a few years. But he's going to make some big plays, I think, on teams and playing as well. The new kickoff return rules and tackling, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very happy for him to get it 2 years in a row. TJ Watt is the silent assassin. Even looking by his face there, he's ready to go. And then Russell Wilson is hopefully going to have a big year, leading by example, going down the field, getting first downs, and telling the media to fuck off and just be like, you know what? I'm going to go and score 2 or 3 TDs and everyone can shut the fuck up. I know I've been swearing a lot recently on this platform, and I apologize a little bit, but half the time I fucking don't apologize because it's so mad to me that everyone's just written off Wilson already in terms of some of the media, the local Pittsburgh media. So that's why I'm trying to really push that emphasis of, like, if Russell Wilson can go out there and tell people to shut the fuck up in a nice way, sweet. That'd be fantastic, because then we can just like move past that and go play some Pittsburgh Steelers football. He signed for a reason. He wanted to come here because of Mike Tomlin. He's come here to get his career back in order. The Hall of Fame status may be a bit smoky at the moment. Go win some games. Go push the ball down to Pickens or Calvin Austin, the deep ball. Step into your throws and find the Van Jefferson or Fry move. Pad the stats up. Get some TDs. Win some games. Right? Everyone's really crowning about, they should play Fields. I don't think Fields is overly ready just yet, but I'm not saying that Fields can't play. They're going to go with Wilson, pad your stats up, go and win games. He's here because he's got a great defense behind him and a great running game too, if the fellas can show up. So he's also a great leader for our Steelers. And I'm excited to see him play. We're putting so much in perception on the preseason game because he threw some passes and he got some really bad O-line play. But we ain't seen nothing yet until the Steelers start the regular season game, and that is versus the Falcons. And in reality, too, it's like it's Russell Wilson versus Kirk Cousins. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Kirk Cousins who can't move anywhere and who can't win primetime games, and we're lucky, wish it was a primetime game, or have Kirk Cousins in the Falcons' new offense and all his weapons than Russell Wilson? I'd rather Russell Wilson have a chance with us and play good defense. The Falcons, I think they're going to take us lightly, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers go out there and beat them 26-17 or 31-17 or 31-14, and they shut them down and shut them up. That's right, Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, g'day, Chloe. What's going on? So let's kind of hold our judgment until we see what happens with these guys. Yes. I've been swearing a lot recently. Maybe it is a haircut. Here it is. Hang on.
Coach Stumlin. Let's go for the win, man.
Working. And he is. Mike Tomlin's working. People are still worried. Some of the fan base still want him fired, but the fact is he's signed a contract for 3 years. They're not going to fire him. It won't happen. Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin are just getting started. They're going to have a special season. Did I miss anyone then? No. Woo! Hooey dooey. Oh, my chat just went up again. Hang on a minute. G'day, Chloe. So Chloe's in the house. 100%. Yeah, I won't do it too much, though. I'll tell you that. Could be true. Well, there's even a point might have been Matakevich could have been captain. I'm happy though that Killebrew's captain. He's a leader on that squad. It's going to be different kickoff rules, but we need someone to get in there and maybe like a Mark Robinson or a Tyler Matakevich to force those fumbles. We need someone to make those big plays to set the tone for the defense. Not that you have to, But, do something on teams to get the team jacked up. Maybe you'll see it with Calvin Austin. You'll see it with Calvin Austin where he'll go and score a punt return TD or something like that. Alrighty. You should go and watch if you can, Heather. I won't talk about it now. Go and watch my video when you get a spare chance. What did I call it? I talk about that to a T point. It's called the Steelers have the Steelers have a tough schedule. So what? I don't really entertain that narrative, to be honest. I think it's not that it's dumb. Or for me personally, I don't care. They have to play us. I don't entertain that narrative. So yeah, go and watch that if you want to. It is tough. It's tough, but at the same time, who cares? Just play the game. So I did a really good video on that. On the Steelers have a tough schedule, but so what? That's nothing against you. I'm just saying that's the video that I made. Alrighty, Russ says we're winning the North number 1 seed. That'd be fantastic. 2008 defense. And that's why you bring in a guy like Russ. And by the way, too, if it doesn't work out with Russ, you move to Fields. If it doesn't work out with Fields, you move to Kyle Allen. And Russell Wilson is really a really cheap deal. What is it, $1.5 million? And the Broncos are paying the rest. And it's going to be nothing better than going into Denver and versing Bo Nix isn't a superstar player yet. Let's not forget that Denver's really high on Bo Nix, but he's not a superstar player yet. And the defense is going to rattle him in week 2. So get through week 1 first. But the Steelers are paying Russell Wilson $1.5 million. It's okay. And it's going to be more of a run game. G'day East Coast, what's going on, mate? It's going to be more of a run game and more of a defensive game than it is going to be fling it around. But we don't know what to expect. I'm getting very close. Very, very close. 3 months away. It's so wild. 100%. They do. They play much better when we outwork the underdog. And I like what G-Devil said too. We are the 5-star match because we're in it. Yeah, that's right. As I keep saying to everyone out there, a lot of people are worried about the last 8 games of the schedule. But don't forget, they have to play us too. Like, it's, oh my goodness, the Ravens are coming in. Oh, the Ravens. They got to go to Heinz Field. Or they got to let us in the building to Baltimore land. We see the Browns in 4 weeks. Kansas City Chiefs. Oh no, the Chiefs are coming to Pittsburgh and take over. Well, they got to play TJ Watt. They got to play Minka. They got to play these guys at our great defense. I'm not worried about this 8-game stretch where apparently we're the worst team. We're the 33rd team in the NFL. I think it's crazy to me. They still have to play us. Hooly dooly. That's heaps cool. Gave Killebrew a fist bump with a blunt in my hand. He's forever a legend. Yeah, he does seem a pretty good bloke too. I know he's a man with his faith, into his faith, that kind of stuff, but he seems like a nice guy. 100%. G'day, Shona. What's going on, mate? So what? He's like, right. It's a nightmare. I just don't agree with it. I know the perception of how it could be a nightmare schedule, but the fact is the Steelers play the AFC North every year. We have a really good record against the AFC North. I guess the hard games would be Dallas, would be the Eagles in their building because we haven't beat them yet. The hard games would be KC Chiefs, but at the same time, we don't know what to expect. It's 3 months away. There could be so many different players on that team. So I'm just not going to go into my shell because I think my analogy was when I play pickleball and it's not a physical sport, but I play someone harder than me, I don't cower and go, oh, I can't beat that person. Oh, he's too good. He's way better than me. I go, fuck it. I'm going to have a try. I'm going to try and beat him and play the best that I can. I play so much better every time I have competition with someone better than me. Every time. Every time they're better than me, I play better and I'm like up to near them. That's a similar point of view, I think, with the Steelers. They sometimes get labeled as playing down to the competition, but at the same time, like the Arizona Cardinals, the Patriots, who they're pretty bad teams, they played up. Last year with the Arizona Cardinals, they played a fantastic game. Murray was all around everywhere, running and passing. James Conner was everywhere. The Patriots, They snuck away with a 3-point win. They played up. Maybe we played down. But in this term, when no one talks about the Steelers and the Bengals and the Bills are on point, when every analyst says Bills going to win, Bengals going to win, we rise up and beat them. So in this 8, I wouldn't put it past me if this 8-game stretch is like we go 5-3 or we go 6-2 down the end. They're going to raise hell in December. Now it's going to be very tough, super tough. They're tough teams. I get that. But I'm just not overly sold on the fact that we should be scared of the schedule, you know? That's all good. I'm going pretty much every day. Alrighty. So I disagree. 2016 last playoff win Steelers aren't that intimidating. I disagree. So having TJ Watt, having Minka, having a better defensive line, Keanu Benton, Cameron Haywood out there isn't intimidating? I don't know about that, man. I think a better offensive line. I don't think that has much to do with it. I don't think that has much to do with it. Yeah, I think people fall back into that. They fall back into that notion where it's like we haven't won a playoff game in 7 years, but it's really hard to win playoff games. If you know what, I think half the fan base, if you got 1 or 2, I think half the fan base would shut the fuck up. I think they really would. Mike Tomlin's done a tremendous job winning 170-something games. He's almost going to pass Chuck Noll very soon. And I feel like not many of us will give him congrats. You'll just be like, oh, it's really hard to win games. I don't think people understand that. Like the Carolina Panthers, the Arizona Cardinals, the New York Giants, the New York Jets, they haven't been relevant in like fucking 10, 15 years. So at least the Steelers get a chance to be up there. So I disagree with that. We'll be fine. It's not. I keep saying it, and you wait. We're gonna win this game. The Steelers will go into Baltimore. They'll win. They know how to control Lamar. Lamar has beaten us 1 time out of 3. He's never there anyway. We'll beat them in Baltimore. We'll come back to Pittsburgh, and 4 days later they'll show up and step up and beat KC. It's crazy. Alrighty, 100%. Yeah, 46 by the end says everyone by the start. We had it too last year with Eric Deathrow. We had Michael Walker playing middle linebacker. We had Cole Holcomb went down, had another injury too. I think Roberts here might have went down. Some other people went down at certain positions. We had, of course, we had Matt Canada. We had the fill-in OC with Eddie Faulkner and the other bloke doing that. We had Mason Rudolph, the third quarterback. That's not ideal to move to your third quarterback in that sense. They had Trubisky. They had all kinds of problems. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah, but do you know why? Okay, you know why? Do you know why it's not really? Here's a reason it's not really that optimistic. It's because every other fucker out there is pessimistic. Do you know what I'm saying? Honest to goodness, I am not. I see things, I guess, on a bit of a half glass full or whatever it is, or like the greener side. But going into the season, everyone's 0-0. Looking at the schedule being, we're not going to win this game because we have 8 hard games. Makes no sense to me. At what sense can you pick up something and say this is dirt cheap? I don't believe in it. Like I think it's harder to pinpoint something as a negative view where we suck, we're terrible, than it is. It's easier. It's easier doing that, right? But on my sense, it's like nothing's really happened yet. Nothing's really begun to start, and you go back to that. You fall back and go, oh, okay. We can't do this. We got Baltimore. We got this. But I keep saying it. Baltimore has us too, right? They're making the AFC North Netflix show. They've got us for a reason. Like they're filming everyone. And I think that a lot of the fan base and some of the media out there is saying that the Steelers are just going to cower. They're going to put their heads in a shell and that's it. But with Mike Tomlin teams, that doesn't happen. They went and got Patrick Queen, who's a better guy, more physical. They went and got some physical linebackers too on the teams. Matakevich, he can hit, he can play. Mark Robertson, he can hit, he can play. These kind of guys, they got the teams unit up and running, and hopefully Cordero Patterson runs really well. So I just get in this mindset of like, it hasn't happened yet. We're 0-0. If it's Casey after Baltimore 4 days earlier, that they still have to play us. Yeah. So why would you want to have the mindset of like, oh, we're going to get run over? I've just never had that look of like, I want to be competitive, but I know I'm going to lose. Because you know what? Sometimes it's easier to be right than, isn't it? So I get what you're saying, but no, I kind of don't get it at the same time. I couldn't give two shits about that bloke. Honest to goodness, that's why I created the channel. I couldn't give two wazoos about Stephen A. Smith. I've heard stories now that Mike Tomlin has 1 year to be, if nothing happens with Mike Tomlin this year, then he's going to be on the hot seat. They're not going to put Mike Tomlin on the hot seat. You sign someone for a 3-year contract, it's not going to happen. The first time they fired a coach was Matt Canada. If you can hang on to Matt Canada for games and games and games and trying to fix something that was broken, they're not going to fire a coach with a 3-year contract, 4-year deal, 3-year contract. It just won't happen. They haven't parted ways with a coach since 1950, when I think it was like two owners with I think it was Rooney and or the Chief and another bloke, and he left. That's the last time they've done it. Steelers don't do those kind of things. So Stephen A. Smith, when he's on a hot take of Tomlin, it's nothing. It's just nothing existence, right? And then Mike Tomlin goes out there and we'll get a week 1 W 1-0 versus the Falcons. Then nothing said. You know, it's really easier when we lose 0-1 and the media goes wild and crazy and like, oh my goodness, the Steelers are a trash team this year, and everyone's really negative. The minute you win, though, the minute you go 5-1 in the division, you hear fucking crickets, right? You know it. Everyone knows it. It's always that negative perspective, like our team's awful or terrible, and they're talking about the up-and-coming Bears or the up-and-coming, I don't know, Jaguars, whoever, haven't done shit. They haven't done nothing in years. Talk about the Bengals with their window. Done nothing. Nothing. Right? Mike Tomlin's giving these players a chance to go to the playoffs and win the game. Of course, it'll be easier and it'd be like I don't know, it would be sunshine and rainbows kind of day if we win the playoff game. But that would also, I think, push back some of the haters into a certain sense. But without Mike Tomlin here and this team, this team they're going nowhere. They're going 3-17 or whatever it is. Hurly durly. I'm not over it. I need a black and gold. Yeah, 100%. He'll be fine. Yeah. I just find it funny this time of year, and I don't know if it's. I don't mean to single out Americans sometimes, but I don't know if it's like an American thing or a Pittsburgh Yinzer thing to always think the doom and gloom and the world's over. When in fact, like maybe my life is situated that way, where you do think positive or better thing can happen out of it. Like, okay, in a normal football sense too. Let's just talk about from quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are better. This year, quarterbacks are better. Yeah. Running backs, they'll be better. Same guys, but they're better. Even the third down option is better than last year. What was last year? Probably no one. That's better. Offensive line, that's better. Center's better. Right tackle should be better than what it was. An improvement. James Daniel, I think, CMI, when he comes back, should be better. So maybe it's about even, but a slight bit better than last year. Receivers, you could probably argue that that's worse than last year. George Pickens has stepped up, though, I think, in terms of preseason and looking physical and healthy, running routes. However, I bet you the same fans that fucking wanted Deontay Johnson gone, that wanted him gone, right, are now saying the receiver room is terrible. So you wanted him gone, but now it's terrible. But they traded him away for a pick, that being Dante Jackson. And maybe that I was okay. I like Deontay Johnson, but I'm okay that he didn't come back. I don't think he really fit this physical style that they're going to play with. Tight end room, better. This year, better. Muth's got a sick beard. They're getting better. They're going to feed in Darnell. And we're going to see what happens with Pruitt in terms of blocking and catching. But Connor Haywood, better. So if you look at the offense as a whole compared to last year, this is why I'm a bit more like, maybe on the positive side. It's better. Like, how can it be any worse than last year? Last year was fucking awful with Kenny Pickett, and I was trying to get behind him. But that was really bad. Couldn't score points. And Matt Canada was just like, oh, we're hoping for something to change. Couldn't do it. So, So Stephen A. Smith's going off and it being a fake fan in a bungle and hiding. But you look to what happened last year in the hype when we won all the games. The offense, if you were to put into a points, maybe last year was like 5.5. This year we could be a 6.5. We've improved in terms of personnel, in terms of an offensive coordinator, if he bounces back to what he did with Tennessee, Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, and those kind of numbers, where he was feeding the ball to the tight ends in one season with the Falcons last year, he fed the ball to 2 tight ends 140 times. So you can get those kind of numbers with a tight end. I think we're good on the offensive front. And I think people are really jumping over how good Russell Wilson can be in this offense, right? So I think that kind of stuff is just wild to me, where it's like, oh, the season's done and over. Right. Hooly dooly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He does sound like a bit like that. It is. You know what as well? I do blame the news too. It is fear-based drama narrative content. And also, who talked about it? Jeff from Steel Curtain Network talked about this. It has changed. This last year has been, I think, the worst in terms of grabbing a story and changing it and turning it and saying this happened, that happened. They created a quarterback competition out of nowhere. It really wasn't a quarterback competition. It was maybe a competition to see who could be the future for the Steelers. I don't know, but like Russell Wilson always had the job at number one. Now you want to have they always try and turn. And like I said, I don't know if it's because if it's an American thing or an Australian thing, but when I see things, I saw a comment the other day around not this podcast. There was a competition between Christian 46 podcast and Cameron Hayward. By the way, I'm going somewhere with this. There was Cameron Hayward's podcast saying Cameron Hayward's podcast is so much better than Christian 46. Another swear word. Why the fuck do we need to compare? In reality, why do we need to compare someone's podcast compared to the other podcast? And that's what I think happens in terms of sports in your own team. They consistently start to compare the receiver 1 to receiver 2 to receiver 3 to receiver 4 when we were a team. We're a team of football players. And the new bloke, Tom Mazzani, who got hired with the Falcons dude, Smith, he come in and he's already talked about months ago and said it's based on scheme and different personnel, and there really isn't a receiver 2. But as fans, what we see is we go, George Pickens is so much better than this guy. He's 1, which is a clear 1. But in receiver 2, Van Jefferson, Austin, this guy, who's going to step up in receiver 2? We always seem to label and compete with our players inside the same team. Now, I get the process with the depth chart. That makes sense. You rotate people in and people out. But when I saw the comment with this bloke saying that Cameron's podcast, Hayward's podcast, is so much better than Christian 46, and I think he wrote the comment on 46's podcast. Why would you write that? Why would you need to compare a podcast with 2 players who are already playing on the Steelers, that being Cameron Hayward, the captain, and also Christian 46? That kind of stuff is wild to me. Maybe it's just my perception being in Australia and my carefree attitude around life. And like, you know, I'm very competitive, by the way, hugely competitive, but I'm very carefree in what I try and take in, what I don't take in. And for my Steelers stuff, when I see that a person saying this podcast is better than the other one, it doesn't make any sense to me. So the whole idea around, reading all the fake news, it does got to stop because, Jeff from Steel Curtain Network says the perception now is that all Steelers talk, the Steelers chat, the rumor-based content is grab this player. He sneezed in front of the media. He said, I love the Browns when he sneezed. And they're like, oh my goodness, did you hear that Najee while he sneezed said he loves the Browns? That kind of stuff has to stop. They did it last year with George Pickens. He apparently sent a text or he wrote a comment saying, I don't, or something like that. They turned it all around, and the perception even happened this year with Cameron Hayward. Cameron Hayward was getting multiple texts and media source information saying he doesn't want to be here, this XYZ, right? They did it with Najee Harris too, with the whole option thing. They did it with Omar Khan in the fact that the Steelers Report loser out there. He's got a channel out there, Steelers Report. By the way, you're an absolute loser. I can't stand you. You've got he said that Omar Khan failed miserably. It hasn't even fucking started yet. Oh, man. I'm on one today, I tell you. I'm on one today. Alrighty. Trying to play my game day food. I go wings. I don't know what a queso is. Hurly dooly. Alrighty. All right, I'm catching up. G'day, Jake Quest. What's going on? Remember, guys, tomorrow is the members fantasy podcast. So I might get on the show, Shano and also Bubba, to do some Steelers talk and fantasy football talk. thoughts on the my very, 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 very instant reaction is it happens. What do? It is a bad class. I think all the players in that class, in terms of Malik Willis and all those guys and Pickett, the only person I think is starting quarterback is Brock Purdy. That's the only one. And he was like round 7th. He was Mr. Irrelevant. So that's probably a bad class. The only way that these guys get another chance is if someone goes down, like if Hurts, I like Hurts, by the way. If he goes down, or whoever the teams that they're playing for, their starting number 1 goes down and they're forced into the role. Kenny Pickett, when they found the news out about Kenny Pickett and Russell Wilson coming to the Steelers, apparently the word going out was that Kenny Pickett wasn't happy, so he decided to ask for a trade. The Steelers traded him to Philadelphia. That's where he's from. That's his story now. They went and booed Kenny Pickett. I wasn't a fan of them booing Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was the legend with Pitt Panthers. So that's that story. But in terms of the draft class, what do? We now move that section to Russell Wilson and Fields. And this is what the consistent competitive drama will be, is that if Wilson has a good game, the media will say, oh, it's clear now that Wilson's quarterback number 1. But we've known that Wilson's been quarterback number 1 for about 3 months. If he has a bad game, they'll be like, oh, is Russell Wilson on the hot seat? It just doesn't stop. In that term, it doesn't stop. They're playing the mind games of that stuff too. I agree. I like that with tacos, but I'm more with pizza in that sense. Alrighty. I believe so. I think he'll be fine. I think we haven't seen anything yet. He'll be fine. They played a pretty bland game of football. By the way, I think Boston College won, which is a massive upset. Huge upset. Tell Bobby Baltimore that 1-3, 100%. I'm not worried about the Ravens at all. Steelers Dines podcast says 1,000 Steelers podcasts. I think some of them are very boring. Yes, you need to be entertaining. You need to have some. We have built a really great community here at HTU. I'll listen to everyone's opinion. My big thing is, you just don't call me an idiot. Just don't call me out. But I'll listen to everyone. No. And when I say that, I go, no. There's no way. I'll listen to everyone's opinion, but no. I really don't know what to say. That was obviously a joke run by Danny Smith. That was a joke ran by Joe and Warren. That were using Justin Fields. That's not going to happen. You, as a business organization, football team, you don't put back there your kicker returner, quarterback number 2. Now, do you use Fields in other packages? For sure. Go and use him somewhere else. Go and use him in the red zone, anywhere else. But you don't use him on kickoffs. You'll probably see Calvin Austin back there, maybe a Haywood. You'll see Cordero Patterson. So he'll be back there, and maybe next to him might be an Austin or someone like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Cordero Patterson run it up there and then switch back and jet sweep, hand off to Austin. So no. That's very true. I agree with that. And that's they do that as well. We have constant arguments with I'm right, you're wrong. Well, we should just be supporting the team. Like that. Look out for the Yins and Maccas podcast. That's not a bad name. Alrighty. That Brennan BS stuff for months was insane. Was absolutely insane. I wish I never partook in it. I talked about it 2 or 3 times in videos, or 4 times, and there was about 2 times it got me amped up where I thought they were going to sign him. But now in reality, too much money, $30 million. That doesn't make any sense. They need to go and pay Frymouth, Cameron Haywood, Jalen Warren, Najee, whoever they can. They need that money to pay those players. We don't need a Brandon Ayuk. And I'm so happy it's over. G'day, Silver Still. What's going on? There you go. Welcome back, mate. Or Mrs. Mate. Alrighty. Coming down the chat. All right, guys. I've had a bit of a rant today. I feel good. If anyone... Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe they lost. I lost my damn money. I lost my $15. I'm pissed. All right, anyone got any questions? We're going to end it there. I feel this is why you should make a YouTube channel. If you ever want to rant about your Steelers, just go online. Make a YouTube channel. That's why I did it. Was I have my say, because people in Australia didn't want to hear me talking about YouTube and Steelers all the time. So I made my own YouTube channel, and we've built a little HDU community. And I feel like everything's going to be fine. I think that when we get to the Falcons game, hopefully we see the Steelers kick off and we defend, and then the Steelers go in there guns blazing. You have some packages where you'll see Herbig play a bit, maybe Wilson plays a bit. TJ Watt is going to go off this. I think he's going to have a bounce back, like bouncing back 3 or 4 times because he's pissed off. He didn't get Defensive Player of the Year. He wants to go out there, win these games, and remain healthy the whole season and go and get a playoff chance. He's now 8 years in the league, never won a playoff game. It's his turn to have one and have a chance. Alrighty. My prediction is, I haven't made my formal one yet, but I'm going to probably say like Steelers 26-17. I'm going to go 26-17. Russell Wilson gets 1 TD. We run it in. Najee Harris gets 1. Maybe we do Pickens, Harris, and Warren. And then what's 26? That's 17. So 27. We're 27-17. So 2 field goals from Boswell. Najee Harris, Warren, and Pickens gets 1. And then, we win the game. I think we can win it. Yeah. Steelers and pizza, dead set. I'm drafting. You think he's going to be there? I guess he will be, won't he? Because a lot of players will pick up probably a good spot to take him. A lot of fantasy players will probably pick up receivers and running backs that time. I've got the 4th overall pick. But at the same time, with Jquest, you've got a good advantage because you're picking 13th, and then about 4 or 5 turns later, you pick again. So you pick real fast. All right, guys. Any questions? Put them in, and we'll get out of here. I'll be live tomorrow for the draft. I've got one more video planned about Mike Tomlin and his record against the first week 1. It's gonna fly. I'm working 24/7 almost. Going down on Bondi on Saturday, coming back to Sunday. In my Australian terms, so your Friday, your Saturday, and by the time you know it, we're 5 days away, and I'm going to be at this exact same spot watching the game. So we're almost there. We're almost there. I tell you what kind of happens. You need to be consistent, and sometimes I'm not too consistent in my uploads. And YouTube's a funny thing. Like I would probably say out of the 2,500 subs, I think I have a good core 50 to 70 people come in all the time. And that's you guys. And then people who watch it after. So 50 to 70. There's numerous reasons why. There's people who sub back 4 years ago. I've done it too. You subscribe to a channel, then maybe you never go on YouTube again. So the sub thing isn't really an overall reflection of how it's going. The live chat and the returning viewers are, and everything like that. Keep working so much, all your hair would be grey. I know it's getting grey. Should I go get a haircut today? Look at that. But I kind of like the hair at the moment. I don't know just yet. I don't know if I get a haircut. It's getting pretty hot though too. Hooly dooly. I got one big comment from Russ. My buddy's dad is a 72 retired police chief fighting cancer seekers, sick as hell from chemo. Convince him to smoke something and he loves it. Doesn't get sick. He said I would known how great weed was. Yeah, I'm with you. 100%. Same with Bubba too. Bubba and Shane. But everyone's, I looked around the internet before. Everyone's doing podcasts. Like every man, their dog, and ladies and whoever are doing podcasts. Everyone's doing them. But the reason why I do it because it's fun. You have to have fun. And this allows me, itchy nose, sorry. Really itchy nose. This allows me to speak my speak and talk my stuff. Oh my goodness. Really itchy nose. It allows me to talk my Steelers. I don't have any other outlet to do that. I can't go down the road and talk to some random person. I can't talk to my friends about Steelers. They appreciate what I do here, but they just don't care. And that's fine. That's completely fine. That's why I made the Facebook 4 years ago. That's why I started doing podcasting with Steelers, because I had an outlet to talk to the internet and say, you know what? Najee Harris is going to have a fucking great game. Najee Harris is going to get 80 yards. Yeah, I think that too. Muth, Connor. Yep, I agree. There you go. I have stories about at Russ anyway. Opening day is the day after my birthday, and I would greatly appreciate Pittsburgh Steelers win. So yeah, pretty much, I'm going live that day, 3 a.m. It's already set. I might even go live again for the Browns game for the Cowboys to cheer. To be weird to cheer the Cowboys on, so the Browns lose. Going live that day too. So we're going to be all over the shop in terms of that. But thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you to Toddy, Russ, TD, Chloe, hardest working podcaster in Western Pennsylvania, Bubba. Thank you, Sean, as well, for the $5 and the other $5. Thank you to George T. We're just getting started. We are fucking just getting started. We're this is like no expectations this year for our team. We're no overall hype, but it's going to be different. We're just getting started. Thank you, Jedevil. Thank you, J Quest. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. We start. Not my stream starts at 8 p.m. The draft starts. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, TD Silver Steel. Thank you, 46. We'll do a few more. And where's my mate? My mate Shano. Thank you, Shano, mate. I will turn your negative viewpoint around. Oh, we can't do it too. We'll fucking do it. We'll get it done. So you guys are awesome. I'll be a member stream tomorrow. Top tier. Thank you, mate. Where is it? Sorry. Happy birthday, Toddy, next week, eh? Yeah, top tier as usual. All right, guys, that's it. 100%. Thanks, brother. Christmas party's gonna be a great one. Drinking at noon. I'll be 12:01. I'll have a drink. 12:01. See you guys tomorrow. The member stream, fantasy football, and Steelers talk too. We'll do both. Best of both worlds. We're gonna hear this sound. Here. All right, let's get out of here. The season's not over yet. It's all good. Trust this guy. See you.
After the next two, is he still aggressive?
Yeah, what do they call him? The con artist? I like that. I saw.
I'll see you guys later. Yeah, sorry, just one thing. I saw a comment there. Yeah, make sure you check out Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We'll join and follow for sure. And that is just type it into the chat or the YouTube. Do I have it? Is this one. Look out for that logo. Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Great name. Great channel with Bubba and Shane. And yeah, I've been working with those fellas a bit. We're going to organize too. If you live in Pittsburgh, the 21st on the Saturday is Steelers versus Ravens in Baltimore. We're going to organize a Christmas party with the big drinks, big venue. It looks like it's going to be at, I've forgotten the name, down the north side, McFadden's, I think, near around that area. Maybe we're trying to organize things. So yeah, check them out too, Russ. Steelers Dynasty Podcast. They're good fellas. They're good football talk, good Steelers talk. Bubba and Shano. Radio. Man, I'm effing working. We're effing working. I'll see you later. I'll see you guys later. Wait 1 second. Jamie, what are you doing? He's always late. One special shout out to Jamie, man. He's always late. I'm dead set coming off, but yeah, thank you, Jamie, mate, for coming in very, very, very late again. I saw your comment, I think yesterday or the day before, and I was like, damn, he just missed it. Sometimes the YouTube notifications just don't work. They really don't work. You have to put like your thing to all, set to all that kind of stuff. But we have been going for an hour and a half. I get very, very animated. But thank you, Jamie. I saw you come in. I saw you come into the show yesterday or the day before, and I was like, far out. He just missed it. I think as well. Roberta came in late too yesterday, and they just missed it. So yeah, psych. Hey man, like, let's get honest to goodness. Let's get fired up. We have a good team. Well, we have maybe an average team to like superstar potential. We have an okay team that can be a good team. There is going to be some bright spots in this team, from our defense to our running game. Steelers, and who cares? Steelers football is coming back. Pittsburgh Steelers football is 6 days away. Dynasty Duck days away. We have two different channels now. So we do podcasts together. So we're not fighting or anything like that. It's Steelers Nation Australia, which has been my channel from the start. Me and him were doing Steelers Touch and Under with the BTSC network. We decided to leave that network, and then we created our own channel on YouTube. Now Matty has that. That's his sole channel. So it's his best bet in our terms of working, social life, time, all that kind of stuff. It's so much easier to focus on our own channels. But he's going to America. He's going to America next Saturday. So I'm planning to do podcasts with him. He does a lot of podcasts too with Shannon White. So it's not that I don't work with him. We're mates. We work together, but on separate channels. But we're all part of the Steelers community. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier to. I was helping him with the Steelers TDU touchdown under, but I decided to step back a bit, and now it's fully 100% his. But I back him 1,000%. He's on like 637, 638. He's getting towards monetization, 1K. He's got certain things going on with Shannon, and he's really, really sick at the moment too. But he's doing a great job, and he's a part of this Steelers community as well. All right, now I'm good. All right, see you later. Bye. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Last time, no more psych outs. See you later. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Rod. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.